Hey guys, it's Steve from the Fat Life Project, and if you've clicked on this video, you're most probably a foodie just like me and are either planning a trip to or are new to Taipei in Taiwan. Either way, congratulations, you've made the right choice as Taipei is literally food heaven. Specifically, night markets are a must visit in Taipei or indeed anywhere in Taiwan, especially if you want to try out all the classic Taiwanese street foods in one spot. But you will already know this if you're a subscriber to my channel, as I have previously shown you some of Taipei's most popular night markets, including Raohe, Ningxia, and the largest night market in Taiwan, Shilin. However, today I'm going to be taking you to Tonghua Night Market, otherwise known as Linjiang Street Night Market. Tonghua Night Market, Tonghuа夜市, is comparatively smaller to the other night markets I've previously shown you, but there are still several compelling reasons why you should visit this night market. One, it is the only night market that is located in downtown Taipei, making it a super convenient spot to get to. I mean, you can literally see Taipei 101 on the way there. Two, do not underestimate this night market as it packs quite a punch food-wise. You will find all the famous Taiwanese street foods here. In fact, quite a few of them are on the Michelin gourmand list. And that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video as we check out all of the Michelin gourmand stalls here at Tonghua Night Market. As always, I'm going to be showing you the name of the stall and dish of choice in English, Chinese, and Chinese phonetics so that you can order despite any language barriers. Additionally, I will also give you directions on how to get there and also the best time and day to visit. Basically, by the end of this video, you are going to be navigating yourself through Tonghua Night Market like a seasoned local expert. And so without further ado, jump on in because we are going to Tonghua Night Market. Tonghua Night Market sits between Tonghua Street and Keelung Road. There are several ways to get there, but I will start with how I got there, which is via the red Samsui Xingyi line. You want to take the train to the Xingyi Anhe station. You want to look straight, exit 3, Linjiang Street Night Market. After you exit the station, walk straight until you hit Tonghua Street, at which point you want to turn right and keep walking until you see this entrance to the market. It is roughly a 10-minute walk. Alternatively, you can also take the brown Wenshan Neihu line and get off at Liuzhangli Station. The Tonghua Night Markets is a mere 15-minute walk from there. You can of course also catch a cab and other modes of transportation to the markets as well. And as such, I have included the Google Map pin for the Tonghua Markets in my description box so that you can plan your travel accordingly. Google and most sources that I looked at listed the Tonghua Night Market's operating hours to be from 6 p.m. to midnight 7 days a week, but I actually got there around 5 p.m. and there were already stalls open. A lot of people often talk about like the best times to get to night markets, but I personally recommend getting to any night market in Taiwan at the moment it opens for several reasons. One, you can get a head start with the must-try stalls with smaller queues and thus waiting time. Two, your poor tummy has time to rest and gear up for more food, so you get to try out more of the stalls. And three, the crowds do get a bit crazy around 8 p.m. I mean, just look at this. Speaking of the food though, the choices are abundant at the Tonghua Night Market, despite it being the smallest night market in Taipei. The market spans across 300 meters and has over 200 food stalls. As such, navigating through it can be a bit daunting, especially if you do not read or speak Chinese. Fear not though, for in this next part, I will be covering the 5 must-try food stalls here, as well as everything you need to know to order despite any language barriers. And I'm gonna start off strong with Stinky Tofu, Chou Tofu, a classic Taiwanese street eats that is made by soaking tofu in a fermented brine. It isn't too hard to locate any store that sells this delicious delicacy because, as the name suggests, you will smell it before you eat it. But before you go getting turned off by the idea of eating Stinky Tofu, let me give you 2 compelling reasons why you need to try out the Stinky Tofu at this place, Yakou Stinky Tofu. 1, they have been in operations for over 20 years, and 2, they are a multi-Michelin gourmand winner. I personally am a huge fan of Stinky Tofu, but even I would readily admit that the smell can be a bit overwhelming. Though trust me, once you get over that initial hurdle and take your first bite, you will find this dish almost addictive. If, however, you still find the smell hard to get over, allow me to present you with the alternative dish that will slowly ease you into the world of Stinky Tofu eating. You see, traditionally, most would get Stinky Tofu that is deep fried like this, but many tourists may not know that you can also get stinky tofu in a soup form like this. This dish is listed on their menu as 鸭血麻辣臭豆腐, which directly translates into spicy stinky tofu with duck's blood. The serving, as you can see, is very generous and it cost me just 110 Taiwan dollars or slightly over $3. The soup is made from a spicy preserved vegetable that lessens the smell of the tofu, and also you get to try another delicious Taiwanese food item, duck's blood, which is commonly used in soups and congee. I know it may not sound appetizing, but trust me on this, the soup version of the stinky tofu is one of my favorite comfort dishes to get at any Taiwanese street markets, especially when the weather is chilly. Yakou Tianxiang stinky tofu is open from 4:30 p.m. 7 days a week. I highly recommend you check them out. Speaking of quintessential Taiwanese street eats though, a freshly steamed bun, aka a Linjiang Jianbao, is an absolute must-try when visiting Taiwanese night markets. Lin's Steamed Buns, Lin's Linjiang Jianbao, is located close to one of the entrances to the market, and you will immediately spot the long queues for it. A classic steamed bun is made by placing handmade buns filled with meat onto a circular pan like this before placing a cover over it to cook. The results are buns that have a soft, pillowy texture on the top thanks to the steaming process and a crunchy bottom part due to the frying of the pan. And believe you me, I do not share my steamed buns with anyone whenever I get any. They also sell pot stickers here, but as I was here alone, I decided to just get the steamed buns. They were 5 for 75 Taiwan dollars, which is around $2.30 US. And guys, these were delicious. Hot tip though, make sure you wait for it to cool down a little before consuming, and also make sure you don't eat it over your shirt, as there is usually a little bit of soup inside these buns. That aside, these are honestly the best steamed buns I've had in Taipei, and I've had the versions at Shilin and Shilin Night Markets. But did you know that Tonghua Night Market is home to a Michelin gourmand winning fried chicken, and that you can get it for just 50 Taiwan dollars, aka less than $2 US? I did it before this, but when I found out, I knew I had to try it. This stall is called Golden Fried Chicken, 戈登炸鸡, although the sign says golden fried chicken. Much like the other stalls on this list, it's not too hard to spot either. Simply look for the cues. You can smell the chicken even as you are lining up for it. They will ask you if you want spice added in. Simply point at the chicken part you want to order. I got a drumstick. The cues moved fairly quickly, and before I knew it, it was time for the moment of truth. And oh my, let me tell you, it was everything. Juicy on the inside and crispy on the outside. Honestly, my only regret here was that I didn't get another one. Highly recommend you try this spot out. But if you've been eating everything that I've been eating, you would know that it's time to take a little break from the savories and try something sweet. These Michelin Gourmand Award bowls are some of the best and most famous bowls in Taipei. You can get them at Yuan Yuan iced and hot Tangyuan, aka Yuan冰火湯圓. Tangyuans are handmade glutinous rice balls stuffed with your choice of peanut or black sesame. You can get them warm in a soup or served on an ice bed like this. I decided to go with the peanut and iced version. This is listed on the menu as 发酵花生汤圆 fermented peanut glutinous rice balls, and they were seriously addictive. Best part of all, this only cost me 100 Taiwan dollars or slightly over $3 US. You must try this. This next one though took me forever to locate, but I was determined as this is yet another Michelin Gourmand winner. The stall is called Liang Qi braised meat. It serves up a traditional Taiwanese street eats called Luwei, aka braised meat, and this stall here features signature dishes such as duck wings, braised cow stomach, seaweed, and dry tofu, all braised with a secret recipe that has been passed down for generations. The stall features a pick what you want style cart, and everything you pick will be packed together with some Taiwanese pickled cabbage. There was, however, no seating at the markets, so I had to bring what I bought back to my hotel just to eat it. Rest assured though that it was delicious, and this huge bag of braised meat cost me just 200 Taiwan dollars or around $6 US. If you are looking for more night markets to check out in Taipei, however, the top 3 most popular night markets in that city is a must try. I have previously covered the must try food items at Shilin, Raohe and Ningxia, and have included these videos at the end of this video so that you can go ahead and watch any of those those next. Don't forget to also like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this little food tour, and to turn on that bell notification when you are subscribing. I do hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. As always, I will see you very soon in the next video.